Okay, good day. Welcome to SmartSpark Academy, and I'll be taking JAMB past question 2021. Let's look at question 1. If 5, 8, 6, and 2 occur with frequencies 3, 2, 4, and 1 respectively, find the product of the modal and the mean numbers. So we are going to represent this with a table. This is 5, 8, 6, and 2. These are the values and the frequency. So now, 5 occurred 3 times, 8 occurred 2 times, 6 occurred 4 times, and 2 occurred once. So now, what we are going to do is find the modal first. The modal is the number. We are going to find the center number. First, we are going to arrange in ascending order. So we are going to start with 2, 5, 5, 6, 6, occurred 4 times, and 8. So now we are going to take the center number, which is 2. We have 2 center numbers, which are 6 and 6. So now we are going to do this. We are going to add both of them and divide by 2 to get the center number, which is going to be 6. So now we are going to find the median. The median is basically the highest occurring number. So from this table, we can look at the highest occurring number to be 6. So now we are going to say the product is equals to 6 times 6, which is equals to 36. So that is the product of question 1. For we are going to be looking at question 2. Question 2. In a basket, there are 6 grapes, 11 bananas, and 13 oranges. If one fruit is chosen at random, what is the probability that the fruit is either a grape or a banana? So now we are going to find the probability of it being a grape and also a banana. I'm going to sum both of them up. So the probability of being a grape plus the probability of being a banana is equal to the probability of grape or banana. So the probability of being a grape is what? Is the total numbers of grape in the basket divided by the sample space. So now the total number of grapes is 6 divided by the sample space, which is the summation of the total number of fruits, which are grapes, bananas, and orange, which is 6 plus 11 plus 13, which sums up to 8 plus total numbers of banana is 11 over 30. So now we are going to add them together, which gives us 17 over 30. So that is the probability of being a grape or a banana. We are going to be looking at number 3. Say the histogram above represents the weight of students who traveled out to their school for an examination. How many people made the trip? So I'm going to clean the board. So now we are going to, for every weight, there is a number of students. So we are going to calculate the total number of weight, not total number of students which are being represented by their weight. For 10 kilograms, we have, for 10 kilograms, we're going to trace it on histogram. We have 2. For 20 kilograms, we have 3. For 30 kilograms, we have 5. For 40 kilograms, we have 6. For 50 kilograms, we have 8. For 60 kilograms, we have 4. Then for 70 kilograms, we have 1. This is 13, 14, 50, 60, and 70. So now we are going to sum each of them, all of them up. So this is 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. So now this sums up 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 5, 10 plus 6, 16 plus 8, that is 24. We are going to add it to 4, that is 28 plus 1, 29. So that is the total number of people, is equals to 29, which is being represented by the histogram. So question 4. A senatorial candidate had planned to visit 7 cities prior to an election. However, he could only visit 4 of the cities. How many different itineraries could be considered? So this is a permutation problem whereby we are going to be using the permutation formula to solve through the question. So it says he's supposed to visit 7 cities, but they are finding a way how he's going to use 4 cities, how he could only visit 4 of the cities. So this is 4. Now we are going to be doing 7 permutation 7 minus 4. We are going to minus it. This expression is derived from the formula n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So now what we are going to do is solve this expression. So this is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial. Why we are stopping at 3? Because if you minus this, it's going to give you a 3 factorial. This is cancel out, cancel out. 7 times 6 is 42. So we have 42 times 5 times 4, which is 20, which is going to giving us 8, 4, 0 combinations or ways in which the senator is going to be able to visit only 4 cities out of 7. So now we'll be looking at question 5. The pie charts illustrate the amounts of private time a student spends in a week studying various subjects. Find the value of K. So from the pie chart, we can see that they are giving us each individual values of the different sectors. So we are going to sum them up and equate it to 360. So that's what we are going to do. This is 2K plus 3K plus K plus 105 plus 75 equals to 360. So now 2K plus 3K is 5K plus K plus 105 plus 75 is 108, which equals to 360. So now we are going to sum this up and simplify it. Moving this one over to this side, it will turn to a minus. This 6K is equals to 360 minus 18, which equates to 18. So this 6K is equals to 18. So we are going to divide by 6. K is equals to 30. So now we have done that. We are going to be, so this is the answer. K is 30 for this expression. So we'll be looking at question 6. If log 2 base 10 is given value, we are presented with a value. Log 7 base 10, you are presented with a value. Evaluate log 10 in base 280. So now what we are going to do is going to express 280 in terms of 2 and 7. So this is what we are going to do. Log 10 in base, log 280 in base 10. So now we are going to express it in terms of 2 and 7. So this is what we are going to do. Log 10 is equals to 4 plus log 10 70. We know that for laws of indices, multiplication law equals to, once you have multiplication, which means these two parameters, you'll be able to multiply them and give you 8. So now this 4, we are going to break it down for 2. We're going to break it down into 2. The 70, we are going to break it down in terms of 7 and 10. So now this log 10 in base 2 raised to the power 2 plus log 10 plus log 10 in base 7. Note, if you multiply this one and this, it's also going to give you 70. So this is for indices. If you have a number that is raised to power separately, you can take this outside and put it here. So this is going to be 2 log 2 raised to power in base 10 plus log 10 plus log 7 10. So now we have been given values. We are just going to impute the values. 2 brackets 0.3010 plus, we know that log 10 in base 10 is 1. For numbers that equal their base, it will usually turn out to 1, plus log 7 in base 10, which is 0.8451. So now we are going to do our calculation. So this multiplied by this is 0.6020 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0.8451. This summation is going to be giving us 3.4471. That is it for question 6. This is the answer. So we're moving on to question 7.
SmartSpark Academy is proud and excited to officially present our past question sessions for all courses. This initiative is designed to help students gain a deeper understanding of key concepts, master frequently asked exam questions, and build strong confidence ahead of internal and external examinations. Our sessions will involve step-by-step explanations, smart problem-solving techniques, and practical tips that make learning easier and more effective. Whether you are preparing for school exams, WAEC, NECO, JAMB, or other academic assessments, SmartSpark Academy is here to support your journey to success. Stay tuned so you don't miss out on these powerful learning sessions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to access past questions, video tutorials, and detailed explanations across all courses. Tell your friends and classmates. Learning is more impactful when done together. Join our WhatsApp group for interactive brainstorming sessions, discussions, and peer-to-peer learning in a supportive academic environment. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, SmartSpark Academy, where we share updates, learning tips, announcements, and free academic resources. At SmartSpark Academy, our goal is to make learning simple, engaging, and result-oriented. Stay connected, stay consistent, and let's work together to achieve academic excellence. SmartSpark Academy, unlocking knowledge one spark at a time.
For question 7, we'll be looking at a solved problem. They say simplify 5 plus root 7 divided by 3 plus root 7. So now this is what we are going to do. What we are going to do, we are going to be multiplying by the conjugate of the denominator to both the numerator and the denominator. So the conjugate is the inverse sign. This is going to be root 7. 3 minus root 7. So each of the individual parameters are going to multiply themselves. So that is what I'm going to work through. So this is 5 times 5, 15. Minus 5 root 7 plus 3 root 7 minus 7. So this is 9. This multiplied by this is 9 minus 3 root 7 plus 3 root 7 minus 7. So now we are going to simplify it. 15 minus 17, we are taking like terms on both sides, which is 8. 5 minus 5 plus 2, which is minus 2 root 7. So now 9 minus 7 is 2. And we can note that minus 3 and plus 3, they cancel out. So they are going out here. So now we are going to break this down further. We notice that 2 is common, is a common base between these two parts. So now this is 2, 4 minus root 7 divided by 2. Whereby these 2 could cancel this. So this is it. Whereby we are left with 4 minus root 7. So that is the answer for question 6. Question 7 rather. So that is it. You say if x is equal to n squared plus 1, given a semicolon, n is a positive integer and is present between 1 and 5. So to say y is equal to 5n, we're having a semicolon, n is a positive integer and is present between 1 to 5. Find x intersection y. So this is a set question where we are going to find the values present between two given sets. So now for x, we are going to write out the formula for x. This is like a marker to denote what the amount of values that x can impute. So it's given by n squared plus 1 root n. So it's present between, is less than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 5. So now we are going to impute 1 to 5 into this equation to get the values of x. So now for each and every value of 1 from 1 to 5, we are going to impute it here. So for 1, we are going to impute 1 squared plus 1. So which is equal to 1. Doing the same thing for 2 equals to 2. So now x is equal to 2 squared plus 2 plus 1. So this 2 squared plus 2 raised to the power 2 is 4 plus 1, that is 5. N is equals to 3. So x is equals to 3 squared plus 1. So which is equals to 3 squared is 9 plus 1, which is 10. N is equals to 4. X is equals to 4 squared plus 1. So 4 squared is 16, which is 7, which is 16 plus 1, which is 17. We are going to do n is equals to 5 because our number is between 1 to 5, less than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to 5, between that range. So this n equals to 5. So x is equal to 5 squared plus 1, which is equals to 26. So now we are going to write out our x parameters, the numbers present in the set, which is 1, 5, 10, 17, and 27. 1, 5, 10, 17, and 26. So now for y, we have the parameters present for y. We have 5n. So this is the formula we are using to denote for y. All our values, we are going to impute it into this. For n equals to 1, 2, we are going to do the same thing that we did for x, and we are going to impute it to get all our y values. So now, for 1, we are going to do the same thing, which is equals to 5 times 1, which is equals to 5. 5 times 2, which is equals to 10. The same thing goes for 3, 15, for 4, 20, for 5, 25. So now that we have gotten all our values for y, we are going to write them out. Y is equals to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now they say we should find x intersection y, which is basically the numbers present in the set of y and numbers present in the set of x. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to look at the set. Which number do we think that is present between x and y? Is 5 and 10. Let's look at it here and it's also here. So this is x intersection y is equal to 5 and 10. So that is the answer for this question. We're going to be looking at the next question. So question 10. P is equals to root of Aru multiplied by s raised to power cube divided by t. So now they say express R in terms of P, S, and T. P is equal to root of R S cube divided by T. So now this cube root is present like 1 in indices is 1 over 2. So now to break the cube root and express this R perfectly, we are going to multiply each side by raised to power 2. So now this, we are going to multiply P by raised to power 2. And this is R S raised to power 3 divided by T. This is 1 over 2. I told you the square root is present as 1 over 2. So this 1 over 2 times 2. The 2 is going to cancel the 2. So breaking the square root. So this P square is equal to R S cube divided by T. So these two, we are going to multiply by this. This cross multiply, we are going to do a cross multiply, which is this multiply this and this multiply this. So this R S raised to power 3 equals to P square divided by T. So now they say we should make R the subject of the formula. We are going to divide by x cubed. So this is x R now is equals to P square T divided by x cubed. So this is the answer of this question.